Mr. President, this afternoon I come to the floor to pay tribute to an exemplary soldier and an outstanding young man. Marine Lance Corporal Andrew Nowacki from South Euclid, Ohio, was killed in Iraq when a roadside bomb struck his Humvee on the afternoon of February 26, 2005, just south of Baghdad. He was 24 years old.
All right, here we go. Another exciting journey today. We're gonna go ahead and peep out my stuff here and my crew for the day.
I think the biggest quality that I like to try and emulate of Andy's is his humor.
This is the most important thing. This is my gun. It's special.
I definitely try to keep it light. Everybody at work knows me as the Joker. I just try to make people happy by bringing a smile to the face.
Stay there. We're gonna run Mike Lee all the way from there so we get a good head of steam.
I had never met him, but I know that a lot of times he was kind of the goofball. Sometimes, on this job, you do have to have fun and remember, we still are human. And, I see myself acting the same way, just trying to make people laugh.
Who's over there on the piano?
Woo! Bones Nowacki!
I think Andy's greatest qualities were his compassion and his empathy towards people.
Doing it for the boys.
I feel like I'm inspired by Andy. I think in my line of work, we deal with a lot of veterans, and I think that I can share in my story and my association with Andy. I think that kind of puts him at ease.
We gotta roll, guys. We gotta keep the sweat.
I feel very inspired by Andy because he was humanitarian. He not only served his community as a police officer, but he also served his country. And he put his life on the line double time. And so I couldn't, those are big shoes to fill, but he's the reason why I'm sitting here right now.
The Andy Nowacki Foundation is the living spirit of who Andy was as a person, as an American, as a friend, as a son. And the foundation enables us to provide the opportunity for others to serve their community and achieve their goals, which they may not have otherwise had the opportunity to do. Whether it be through safety forces, firefighters, EMTs, a vast array of opportunities for those interested in serving our communities.
My motivation to becoming a cop, back in, I think I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, we had a DARE officer, and his name was Officer Spots. And I always remember thinking, like, he looks cool in that uniform. My first dream didn't work out. I mean, I was blessed to be able to play professional football, but it wasn't in NFL. And once that ran its course, it was like the opportunity to receive the scholarship and attend the academy fell in my lap at the perfect time. I'm from the city of East Cleveland. That's where I work. So the fact that I grew up in the same conditions as the people that I serve is just, it's natural that I have compassion for them because I was in their shoes at one point. Being a police officer is much more than I ever expected it to be. Being a cop, you have thousands of brothers from all walks of life, every ethnical group, from every background, and we all are behind the shield, and we all have the same purpose, to protect and serve.
I absolutely love my job. Every day is different. We meet people at their worst times. We see people at their worst times. We see things we never want to see again. I think the big thing throughout my entire career is I've tried to be that jovial person, bring a little bit of humor into the job to make it a little bit easier for me and my coworkers to cope with all the horrible things we see every day. I think the biggest thing that made me want to be a police officer was an experience I had when I was about 12 years old with a Lake County Sheriff's deputy who basically risked his life to make sure that my family was safe. After that point in time, I knew that's what I wanted to do, was to go out there and help other people. The opportunity came up that I was able to go through the police academy. I found the Andy Nowacki Scholarship and read about the family and the history of Andy, and knew I wanted to kind of continue that legacy.
We have an Andy Nowacki family that is just growing every year, and every one of these recipients are part of it, and they stay committed to Andy and to the message and to their work. We have awarded over 30 scholarships, and these scholarship recipients represent communities throughout Northeast Ohio. Our scholarship recipients aren't just based on grades, and they're not just based on one criteria, but they're based on people that bring to life that commitment to humanity, a good nature side, and a commitment to service.
We came to the United States in '96. We're originally from Bosnia, but we came here from Croatia. We were in a refugee camp for about 4 years, and when we came here, my dad wasn't with us at the time, so I really didn't have a father figure. When I was in middle school, I was in the DARE program, and I met a police officer there that kind of did that for me. I developed a good relationship with him, and I decided that's something I want to do for somebody. The scholarship has been a blessing for me because I really believe that I would not be able to be in the position that I am today without the help of Mr. and Mrs. Nowacki and the scholarship.
I'm full-time with Middlefield Police Department. I work night shift, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Calls vary from blockouts to domestic violence calls to crashes. What I love the most is every day is different. You know, sometimes it is hard because you see people at their lowest, but the benefit of our job is, you know, we can and I can try to make, you know, the worst day of their life somewhat better, or try to help them in, you know, some way possible. I've been on a call before where elderly couple was getting a phone scam. I told them that they would probably need to change their phone number, but in order to do that, they needed to go online and do it through the internet. Being 80, 90 years old, they had no idea how to operate a computer. So, I mean, I could have easily just left and said, you know, call your kids or good luck to you. So I called Time Warner and got on the internet, set up them a username, password, went in and changed everything. So it's little things like that that, you know, we do and I do every day on the job, that going above and beyond just because you do have compassion for people, you know, in certain situations.
The scholarship has meant absolutely everything to me. Since I won the scholarship, my life has been done a complete 180. I'm doing, you know, what I love to do, my passion. They took a chance on me, they believed in me, and I'm forever grateful for that, and I'm forever in their debt.
I don't know if I would have been able to be a police officer without getting the scholarship, and I'm just very grateful every day that I was accepted.
It's a gratefulness, it's something that I can't really explain, and it's something that I really am gonna, you know, keep with me for the rest of my life. I mean, I got an Andy tattoo on my arm. I can look at it and realize that, you know, there's nothing to be unhappy about. You know, it's something that I can kind of keep close to my heart. It's kind of brought me closer to Andy, even though I've never met him.
Andy was super compassionate, loved people, and I try to do the exact same thing. I like to think that Andy's riding shotgun with me every day on the job, and I try to remind myself to be more like Andy, you know, from helping the elderly people during snowstorms to everything else that you do. As long as we can continue to make a lasting impact on people's lives, we're continuing Andy's legacy.